It's your girl, Mina Mendoza, little girl, big personality, queen of spice. Yes, we here. It's Thursday. It's gorgeous out. It's beautiful. I'm feeling good. I hope y'all are feeling great. Yeah, we had a crazy monsoon this morning. I feel like it was really on some like end of the world type shit. Like it was crazy for like about an hour. But the sun is out. Everybody's feeling good. I feel like it's low-key starting to feel like summer again. So that makes me really excited. I love when it gets warm weather out because I feel like people just start to be outside. There's more events outside, and like I feel like people come out of like their hibernation mode. So I'm here for that. Before I go ahead and start the show, I want to go ahead and start the show with a couple shout outs. So definitely want to shout out Rip Dispensary in Jersey City. Yeah, so I'm actually going to be doing an event with them on Saturday. There's going to be a pool party on 3 acres, which is actually a beautiful living complex in Jersey City, brand new. But I'm going to be hosting I wouldn't say hosting, but I'm going to be there basically helping out with a pool party event that they're having. We're going to have vendors. There's going to be food. There's going to be people. There's going to be a pool. So shout out to Rip Dispensary. Also shout out to 3 Acres. Another major shout out is I want to give a shout out to Ash Lazoo from Exposed with Ash. I did a beautiful episode with my son, her daughter. It was a Mother's Day special. It was truly amazing. So definitely check out the episode on Exposed with Ash. You don't want to miss it. And also shout out to One Day. Shout out to One Day, the DJ. He had an event last night in New York. She was fire. It was an open mic. Shout out to Cece Camacho. She was definitely performing out there. And, I saw everybody did their thing. It was a smoke-friendly event. I feel like there was a lot of artists. There was a lot of love. It was a whole vibe. And 2 more shout outs and I'm going to start the show. Shout out to Ayo Chill Studios. They gave me a beautiful shout out on a reel. We got to meet one day, my friend, and definitely, make this interview or whatever. You come on my show, I come on yours, whatever, but we got to make it happen. But thank you for showing love to the Mina Mendoza show. It's about people showing you love when you're not there. That's the support right there. And my last shout out is of course the Bravery Studios. Like if you want to do a podcast, we have an event space. If you want to get anything happen, especially with your creative sides and your dreams, definitely come through the Bravery Studios in Garfield. We could definitely make it happen. All right, I'm done with the shout outs. So we're going to go ahead and proceed with my episode tonight, period. Let's get together, and I'm going to introduce my special spicy guest. Shout out to AB. Hey.
Thank you. How you feeling?
How you feeling?
I'm excited, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy to be here.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be watching your stuff, so it was an honor to get invited on here.
Let's go.
I appreciate that. For real.
Let's go. So, AB, what is that like an acronym for your name?
Yeah, so it's like for short. I mean,
Okay.
You
don't got to give out your government. I'm just curious,
No.
where they AB stand for,
Just, AB stands for AuxBandit, you know
Okay,
what I'm saying?
AuxBandit.
So just AB, just to keep it short and simple.
Okay.
And just all my boys call me that, so I just kind of just got
Just
used
stuck
to
with
that.
it?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So, AB, tell us where you're from, AB.
So I'm from Corona, Queens, you know what I'm saying? New York City, Divine Apple. I lived there. I grew up there.
Yes.
I wasn't born there. I was born in California, but I moved
Really?
there. Yeah, I moved there when I was 2 years old. So,
Okay.
yeah, I basically just lived there my whole life.
Do you still have family in Cali or like any
I
type
got
of?
family in California.
Okay. What part of California?
LA.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I got to make my way out there. I've never been to California
Nice,
before.
you should go.
I need to
I've
go.
been a
I want to
couple
go.
times. It's definitely a vibe for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So originally from California, but we're currently living in New York. Always basically lived in New
Yeah,
York.
exactly.
Okay. So we're going to basically, AB, what we're going to be doing is breaking down your journey with music. So we're going to start from like the beginning.
Yeah.
So I guess when did you decide, AB, that you wanted to pursue something in music?
Like
how old are you? What was that moment like?
I've always like been super in tune to like hip hop, especially like New York hip hop, like 90s. You know what I'm saying? I have an older sister, so she really put me on. So like listening to her, cause she's like 10 years older than me. So listening to her music, I'm like, yeah, I like this.
What type of music was she
So like
playing?
she was like really big into like Mobb Deep and Nas and
Rest
like,
in peace, Prodigy.
yeah, like Big L and all that. So like me as a kid and not being my older sister, I'm like, if it got to be like super cool because she's listening to it, so I'm like, I'm gonna listen to it. So like, I would steal her like CD player,
I'm dead.
her Walkman at night, and just like kind of just listen and
scratch the CD, didn't say shit.
Yeah, and then like, you know what I'm saying, going
how'd that happen? I don't know.
Yeah, and just like kind of just like explore all her music, and it just stuck with me since, really.
Okay, shout out to sister though. Shout out to sister, because I feel like if it wasn't for those moments, you know, this could look a little bit different.
Exactly.
You feel me? Okay, so shout out to sister.
Yeah, for sure. Yes. Shout out to my sister.
Okay, so I guess that's when you were inspired to do something with music.
Yeah.
When, like, how old were you when you put that pen to the paper and decided to get creative with it?
So like back in like middle school, like me and my boys were like basically like, we would write down like little, you know, little bars like dissing each other at the lunch table. You know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy. So we'll just write like little diss tracks and within each other. But like it was never really serious. It was just like joking.
Yeah.
And then so like I'm into cars and stuff. So like street cars, like street racing and all that. So the way it really started was I was building one of my boys' cars, RandyRiot. It's like my brother, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to him. So, you know, I finished with his car. He's like, yo, you should come kick it, like play some pool. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, I'll come through. And then I was like, where the studio at? Because I knew he made music from previous. And then I seen the setup. I'm like, yo, you think I could like make a song? He was like, sure, bro. So ever since then, this was like 2 years ago. And ever since then, I just been like focused.
So this is recent.
Yeah. I'm going on like 2 years.
So we went from building
music.
cars to creating bars. Let's go. Okay.
Yeah. So like, I've been almost. It's almost 2 year mark of me making music and creating and like being like fully locked in and like devoted to this music stuff.
Okay, as you should, because I feel like when we start creating, when we start doing things as a hobby, you could be passionate, but it's not consistent. You know,
yeah,
and like
that's true.
That's one of the main things you want to do is you want to stay consistent to your dreams and your goals and what you want to achieve with this. You know, because then it's like, what's the point? Why invest so much time and money if like where do you really want it to go? You know,
exactly.
Okay, so you know I'm getting a little feel about this. All right, so you mentioned you race cars?
Yeah, street race.
Oh my God. Yo, why? I just want to know why. I need to know the thrill. Like, why do we want to be all Ricky Bobby, yo? Like, for real.
Nah, but it's not, but it's like legitimate street racing, though. It's not like.
What's.
So, like, because there's like all these like.
Teach me your way,
there's like
baby.
all these like Instagram drivers that basically like post up videos of them like swerving on highways. Like, for me personally, of being like a car dude, that's not racing. Racing is like, you got a car, I got a car, let's line up and we go from a dig for like a quarter mile. That's a race.
I mean, what do you win? What happens when you win the race?
There's a lot. There's money.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's usually for money. You know, it depends. Like, when you first start, it's like, you know, you just race to kind of just like get in the scene. But then once you start like investing a lot of money into cars, you start racing other people for money. Yeah. And that's just kind of how it goes. But you know, it got its pros and cons, you know.
I don't know, man. Maybe I'm like traumatized with that. One time this was years ago. Years ago. This is when like people were racing out in Newark. What was it? Avenue P? Avenue something. This was a long time ago. It got closed down though, because a cop got shot. They broke down a race and that shit went down.
That's crazy.
But check this out. So it was like my first time there, and I had no idea about this shit. I was like, oh my God, how old was I when I got introduced to that? I was like 16. I just turned 16. I don't even got a license, dog. So like I remember my friend, they had a whole bunch of like it was the Honda car. Nobody really drives. Not the Civic, babe. It's smaller than a Civic. It's like a
hatchback.
Hatchback. Yeah, what do they call them?
A bubble.
A bubble. That's what it was. So they had a whole bunch of bubbles. It was like the bubble era.
Yeah.
So definitely hooked up a whole bunch of crazy engines. That shit didn't even have a back seat because they wanted it to go faster.
Yeah, it's gutted out.
Yo, so I had no idea what was happening. They were like, yo, Mina, just get in the car. We're going to go for a ride. Okay. We went in a race. Yo, I was so scared for my life. That shit went so fast. I've never experienced that because you get like that G-force that you get from a roller coaster.
Definitely.
So I was just there like...
Nah, yeah, you definitely get, especially like that car, like those cars are light already with everything in it. So when they strip them all out, and,
oh my God,
and they like,
and that shit had like carbon fiber, so it was even lighter.
Yeah, like you could pick up that car, but like
no.
Like, you could pick them up yourself. Like,
I was scared out of my mind because I didn't know how to make it stop because I wasn't the driver and I couldn't say anything, so I just stood there like fucking so nervous, and I had no idea what was happening. But I figured like once I saw the other car line up, I'm like, obviously I'm in a race. But afterwards, nah, I was like, yo, we're going home normally. Like, what? Like, no, but shit is wild. I mean, do you still race now?
Nah, not no more.
It's done?
Yeah, that's over with.
Okay.
I invest all my money into my studio. And
okay.
I have a daughter too, so
Aww.
She get most of my funds.
Let's go.
No more cars.
Okay.
But you know, it is something I was really into before, but I still mess with cars here and there, but I just don't race them anymore.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're into the music. So I know you had inspirations of like old school hip hop because you mentioned like Mobb Deep, Big L. What does your inspirations with music look like now? Like, are there any artists that you're like, yo, that shit is dope, or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Like it's some of the top of my head, like all the people I like, Griselda, like Benny the Butcher, Rome Streets. I really like Larry June, like he's smooth. So like all this like new stuff is like, it's dope. Like I like that too as well.
Yeah.
So it's like I mix that in with like the old. So like I like transition, like I might listen to some Nas and then I might listen to like some Benny the Butcher and stuff like that.
You gotta mix the both nowadays.
Yeah, of course.
It
changes. Sorry to cut you off, but it's still like the style of boom bap. You know what I'm saying? Because like the way the drums are and like the style of the music, but it's incorporated with the new generation of style.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to like kind of like stay up to date with what's going on with like genre of music because everything changes and it comes back.
It does.
You know
it does. It's just like I said, like have a balance of both because you don't want to like not be in tune with what's going on, but you also don't want to forget where it came from.
Of course.
You know, and I feel like that's the problem nowadays. Like nowadays, I feel like I'll talk to like younger people that are into like music, like especially rap, and I'll be naming like legends and they don't even know who they are.
Oh yeah,
that's when I'm like, damn, like you're doing something that you don't even know where the legends are, and that's not right either. So it's like you gotta know both.
Exactly.
Gotta know both. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So tell me a little bit of like, what type of artist do you consider yourself? Are you more pen on paper, or do you freestyle? Do you do both? What does that look like?
I mean, I'm more of like, I'm gonna say I'm like both.
Okay.
So like the way my studio session goes is, you know, like I'll get a beat sent, I'll listen to it prior.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I like this, and like I like to go by feel. So whatever I feel goes on this.
Yeah.
I might just go in the studio and just say what I feel like I want to say on this, but like, or I'll write down like a quick 4 or 8 in my phone and then use that and then just kind of just go as I record. So like,
okay.
I never wrote a full song. I never wrote a full verse. I never wrote down on my phone a full. Like I've tried and then I go, I'm like, nah, I'm not using this.
Really?
Yeah, because it sounded way better in my head. And then when I got there, I'm like, nah, I don't
damn.
Like this. So it's kind of like as I go, you know, I punch in like 4 or like I punch in like 8.
Okay.
And just go like that. I like the feeling. You know, I like to hear the beat and be like, oh yeah, I want to use this right now. And like,
okay.
And do this right now, you know, because that's what I feel like music is about, like feeling, like whatever you feel that day,
yeah,
how something make you feel. If you could
genuine,
just
organic,
put that down real quick,
yeah,
it's like the best feeling for me.
So I'm seeing this logo on your hat. What does it mean?
I don't even. It's.
I see a person. I see flames. I see a star.
It's some brand called Hellstar.
Okay.
You know, like I like their stuff, so
It's cool.
And I'll be wearing their stuff here and there.
It's dope. It's dope. I was trying to figure out like what it meant. I was like, okay, but it's cool. It's cool. Shout out to Hellstar. Okay, okay. So where do you record at? You said you have your own studio?
Yeah, I have a home studio.
Okay.
I record at my home studio. I record at Randy's studio. A couple of my other homies got home studios, and some of my boys work at studios. So whenever we get like some open time at the studio, we go over there. But usually everything's kind of in-house.
Okay.
So everything that like I put out is basically recorded by myself or with Randy, or homies pull up and we record like that.
Okay. If you were to give advice to anybody that would be starting out their home studio, what advice would you give them? And also, how much money should they invest?
Okay. So I upgraded my home studio like 3 times already.
Oh,
so
shit. Damn, I don't know.
Like equipment wise, but
Right.
you know what I'm saying? You can start
Like an estimate.
I mean, I started, I think all the stuff I got cost me like $1,500. I got like a blue mic.
Okay.
I had some like cheap like KRKs.
Okay.
Obviously the most expensive is like whatever electronic you're using, like a DAW. Like your computer is probably the most expensive, but everybody has Macs.
Yeah.
Everybody got PC or whatever. So like, I already had a Mac, but yeah, I got like a little cheap mic. Some headphones was like $80. So it was cheap, but like now obviously like as I've expanded, I want more like quality over quantity. So when
That's what I was going to get into.
It was more like, all right, I'm new, so I want to build a catalog. So my first tape was a drill tape. I did it in like a week. But the reason why I did that was because at the time, everything was drill, everything was hot. So I'm like, if everybody's bumping this and I'm new, I got to find some kind of traction.
Yeah.
So once I gave him the drill tape, it was like, oh, okay, I like this. But
Yeah.
then like, after I've seen like people like started to like kind of like gravitate towards me, I was like, all right, it's time to like really be like what I want to be.
Yeah.
So I got them to tune in. So now it's time to like show them like what I want to do and what
else I have to offer.
Exactly. So like I wanted to start with Boom Bap originally, but it was just like some kind of strategic little plan.
You got to create the foundation.
Exactly.
And once you have the foundation, you're able to explore a little bit more.
Exactly.
I get it.
For sure.
So I guess like going back to the advice, if you were to put a medium estimate, if somebody was starting out and wants to get like medium quality, what's that estimate look like?
Maybe like 3,000.
Okay. I've never asked this question to guests because
something like that, like 3,000. But like the advice is mainly just once you learn how to record yourself,
yeah,
and you know how to like read, like let's say if I load up the beat, but like okay, like if you know how to read where like okay the hook will go here or like my verse will go here, and like you learn how to record yourself. And you know how to you learn how to polish your vocals.
So you're basically learning how to engineer music.
Exactly. So when you go to a studio, you can literally, it's easier to communicate with the engineer because it's like you already know what you're doing. But obviously you're going to studio because you want maybe a better quality, or maybe you just want the experience of being at a studio. So that's why I advise everybody to at least start with something so you can learn how to record yourself and like know what you want when you go to these studios. Because I've been in studio sessions where it's like, tell the engineer like, yo, can you make me sound like I'm underwater? You know what I'm saying?
Why?
But like, there's like that little effect where it's like, it cuts out like the low ends.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you're in the bathroom in a club. You know what I'm saying? It's
okay.
So like, they're like, yeah, can you make that? But there's plugins for that. So if you tell an engineer like, yo, can you add a fab filter on me? It's like the phone effect. I have a fab filter on this. He'll be like, oh, I got you. So it's easy to communicate with the engineer when
because you already know the terminology.
Exactly.
Compared to like, okay, so this sound, and you got to look for it on YouTube. Exactly. Make me sound like this.
Exactly.
I get it.
Once you learn how to
it creates more of a banter relationship. Exactly. I get it.
So it's like easier to communicate with the engineer, and then you actually know that you're getting what you want.
Yeah.
So that's why I recommend people to at least start with something, at least get something in the house too. And then, studios are a little expensive. So when you don't have that budget, you can just record at home. you know.
Okay.
So I just feel like it's something that maybe everybody should invest in
Okay.
if they have the space or whatever.
Let's go. Dropping gems. I like it. I like it. All right. So we talked a little bit about studio, how your craft creativity goes. I guess let's talk about a little bit about some performances. Have you
Okay.
performed yet?
Yes, I have.
Okay. What was your first performance?
My first performance was in Brooklyn. It was with one of my homegirls, the Slay Experience. She throws like little events.
Nice.
She's in Brooklyn, so that was my first performance. And
Yes.
it's like, it's a smaller crowd. You know what I'm saying? No stage. It's just like a little it's like just a big like event spot.
Super intimate.
Exactly. So
Okay.
like there's vendors in there and there's other artists. So I'm like, this would be like a perfect spot for me to like get my first performance, because like, you know, I never perform. I don't want to just go on a stage and then, damn, like, you know,
Well, you never know. You never
Yeah,
know.
yeah, so-
you could do it and kill it.
Exactly,
You know?
so-
But I get it. I get it.
So I'm like, let me just do this first, just to get my feet wet, and then
Yeah.
I did it, and I did way better than I thought I would be.
Period.
So I was like, okay, like this is good. Like I'm glad I just at least broke that barrier. And then I did a couple shows after that. I did Sour Mouse with Love Fest.
Fire.
Shout out my boy Xavier. And then I did a couple shows at Pianos with Bobby Mars. So I did like a handful, maybe like 6-7 shows
Yeah.
within those, you know, because they throw multiple shows. So I was in multiple lineups. So I appreciate them for that.
Okay.
Yeah. And I got actually a show coming up this next Thursday.
Where at? Put it out there so people can come see you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be at Sour Mouse in the Lower East Side, 8 to 11. It's gonna be a great vibe, a lot of good artists. So if y'all free and in the city, slide.
Let's go. We also got some love in the check-in right now. Shout out to Kickbox Killer 66. Out
Shout
here
out to
like
you.
AB the chef, fire emojis. Super supportive. I'm
you
here
for
for
that. I
it. Also,
appreciate that.
everybody who's checking in with us, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, especially if you like content like this. We're always putting out artists, businesses. This is a safe place to talk about their journey, but we also get spicy. So don't forget to subscribe and support your girl. Let's go. All right. So we talk about some performances, some past performances. So I know you killed it because you said you killed it.
Yeah.
But how did you feel before doing it? Like, were you nervous?
I mean, I was nervous
Yeah,
slightly, but not as bad because I know I'm a social person. Like,
Okay.
I can communicate with people, I chop it up with people. So
Yeah.
it's like, it can't be that much different, but it is different. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, so I was like, you know, let me just do it. You know, what's the worst that could happen? You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So I was definitely nervous for sure. I definitely got some nerves, but then after that, I've been, you know, you get that little slight like, damn, I gotta perform. But then once you're there and you see the crowd, it's like, you know, you're here for a reason. You gotta do your job.
Exactly.
And you just stay strong. And even if you like make like the slightest like hiccup, just make sure you catch yourself and just
keep going. They don't
just
know.
keep going. Exactly.
They don't know. They don't know. And the more you make it known, then they will know.
And on top of that
You know
too,
that?
like those people that are there watching you, never performed before. So
Exactly.
it's like to them, it's like, yo, like props to you for even doing what you're doing. So even if like the slightest mess up or whatever,
Yeah, facts.
they're still like, you know, big up to you for
It's
doing
not American Idol.
that. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
So it's like
no one's gonna
you
get
know,
at you.
So it's like everybody that's there that comes and shows support, like that's always like a great thing when you're performing for sure.
Period. We also got a little bit more love in the check-in. Shout out to First Class Second Place podcast. Shout out to you, Jason. Showing mad love. Shout out to Papi Gandules. Okay.
Oh yeah, shout out Papi Gandula. That's my right hand man.
Hey. Also, everybody that's checking in the show with us, you know, I'm asking all the questions. I'm getting to know AB. But if y'all got a question that y'all want to ask AB or in general, please feel free to put it in the chat. I will ask it live. So one thing about the Mina Mendoza show, it is an interactive show. I do connect with my people on the live, as with you too. So again, like, you know, you're here with us. So if you want to question anything, please put it in the chat. I will ask it. All right. So with that being said, love, we talked about performances. I guess, like, without having, like, any type of hate, because I always like to know, like, each artist and, like, If you could, I don't want to ask that question because it's like weird. All right, what's an artist we could do without? Or how about this? Not an artist, but maybe a genre, a time in music we could do without. That you feel like, ugh, it's kind of messy when that was happening.
I'm not gonna say.
Don't say
genre.
any art. Okay.
I'm not gonna say genre because I feel like all genres are great in their own way.
Love that. Okay, inclusivity.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and every genre has been around for a while for that reason.
Yeah.
But I want to say artists. I feel like I want to say like maybe Blueface.
Yo, for real.
I never been a fan of him, and I don't know. I mean,
it's a different way of rapping too. Like it almost like it's
offbeat. I don't know. It's like offbeat.
It's offbeat, but kind of on beat. Yeah. And then I feel like Blueface had that one hit, Tatiana, which Cardi B blew it up more for him too. But then I feel like now is like.
Not even a rapper no more.
It's really. Like he's just like a manager to his baby mothers. He got his baby mothers making music. He got, what is it called? MILF music. You know? And it's nothing bad with that, you know, because he's getting his bag. But I'm just like, maybe you should be more of a, what do you call those, managers? Maybe you should be a manager, not a rapper.
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean, but I heard he writes their music.
Yeah, I could see that.
Right? Because I was like, you ain't write that music. Get the fuck out of here.
I could see that.
Yo, that's just crazy.
It has like a lot of similarities.
A little bit. But it's more on beat. Like it's more on tune.
Well, it also goes with like the delivery as
I'm going to make you what I couldn't be. Like, yo, I'm done.
It's all with the cadence and delivery.
Yeah.
His girl might have better cadence delivery than him.
True.
So that's why he's like, oh, we're going to make you the rapper.
I'm dead.
You know?
Damn! Yeah, and you know what? I'm going to co-sign with you on that one because I wouldn't say it added bad to the game, but it just was like a weird time. Mm-hmm. And like, I don't know, like to me, another weird time for like rap music specifically. Not all of them, but it was like when we were all in that SoundCloud rap game. Mm-hmm. There was some artists that were amazing. But there was some artists that just, I don't know. I was personally like scared. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's when like people started doing more pills.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
That was a bad era. The pills,
it was just not good.
And
yeah, and it just seemed like every rapper I started to kind of listen to, it was like they be dead. Like what the fuck? Yeah. You know, rest in peace, especially to talent like that. But it just like, I don't know. Like, I hope y'all got paid. You know what I mean? Because SoundCloud is like a weird, funky.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. I don't really go on there or put any of my music on there.
Yeah.
So I don't know how. I don't even have that app. So
it was just like a weird. Like there were some artists that really blossomed from that era, but there was just some artists I'm just like, I could do this. Like I don't know. Like
I mean, at that time, like the sound, the quality wasn't so good, but that was like what was good.
Yeah.
Everybody liked that, you know. And then like just. Like you said, the drugs was a big influence.
Unfortunately.
They made like popping pills cool and drinking codeine and, you know, and so, and then that generation at that time was younger. So then, you know, they like seen that and like, I want to be like them.
I feel you.
So.
All right, let's get on the positive note. If you could bring back a genre or in time of hip hop and rap, what would you bring back?
I see.
I don't know. That's hard.
I know one. I'll bring back Dipset. I love Dipset. When Dipset was out, like Dipset, I would say like Dipset.
Dipset was cool.
2002, like I would say like a good Dipset was like 2003 to 2000 to 2010, 2011. I'll give you that.
Dipset was fire.
It was a good while because it was a while where it was just heat maker shit, where it was just like like all beats, fire shit, and then they started getting money. When they came out with whatchamacallit, when I feel like Jim Jones kind of like helped them blow up a little bit more. But I don't know, like I love that era. I feel like no one can replicate those beats.
That era of hip hop is definitely dope.
That shit was fire.
I would agree with that.
I love
would definitely
Dipset.
agree
Yo,
with that.
Dipset music forever. I'ma always be like, even though Cameron, I think you could rap a little better. Don't get me wrong. I'ma just say it. But your flow is cool. That's what I'm gonna say. Your
it's
flow is
different.
cool, but there were some times where like I questioned some of the words you used if they were real. Like I'm like, what is that? But you get what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about.
Nah, cause Cameron was more of like a
He'd be like foosey goosey. Like, yo,
he
what?
he just like swag it out. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like his style was like, I'm gonna say whatever and I'm gonna just swag it out and it's gonna work.
Yo, you
know?
call him on CNN?
Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy. I'm gonna drink this horsepower drink because I'm gonna get some cheeks after.
Yeah, he's
I was like, what the
crazy.
fuck? Talk about advertisement, bro.
Yeah, he's nuts.
That shit was crazy, though. I'm like, yo, when I saw CNN, I'm like, is this real? Like, they really got him to talk on Diddy? But then, like, you know what? CNN, y'all gotta do better. Because why y'all bringing my man to talk about... First of all, I'm not agreeing with what Diddy did. But damn, we can't bring on these rappers to talk about something good, though.
Yeah,
That's why I was like, yo, what the fuck?
They should bring people up to like talk about like good stuff. You know?
Facts.
Like meaningful. Like, why would you? Everybody knows.
It's always
what's
on
going
a bad light.
Yeah, it's
always
everybody
on a
knows
bad
what's
light.
going on.
I
It's
just want to
all
know
over.
whose idea was it to bring Cameron though? Like out of all people, bro.
Yeah, that's a
they're
fact.
like, yo, so Cameron would have an excellent answer to this. Call him up.
Because he has that little like show as well, right? Where he'd be trolling.
Yeah.
So it's like they know what he would. They know what he was
funny.
gonna do. They knew it was gonna be funny. It was gonna be a good time. So they probably, yeah, let's bring him up. You know.
It was good though. I didn't think it was real until I was like, oh shit, this is really in the news. That's wild. That was wild. All right, let me do a little time check. All right. Just based off the time check, love, I'm going to ask you a question just to have a little bit of fun. So this is the Mina Mendoza card. We're going to say we're not going to say it is. It's like an American Express platinum card. There's no limit to this card. But with the Mina Mendoza card, you could use this card for only 24 hours and you will not have to owe it. You can do whatever you want. Full autonomy here. But the autonomy is realistic though. So I try to tell my guests this all the time. They'll be like, yeah, I'm going to go to Dubai and da-da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, okay, cool. But know that your flight is going to take like maybe
Like,
6 hours.
Nah, more than that. It's like half the day.
Well, at this point, you could take a jet.
Yeah,
you feel me?
yeah,
But even
exactly.
with a jet, I say like maybe 4 or 5. I don't know, but it's
Yeah.
gonna be like 5-6 hours,
Okay.
right? You still gotta get back home. You know, once it hits 12 a.m. the next day, it's gone on some
Yeah.
Cinderella shit. So you get what I'm saying? Like if you go to Dubai, you just spent 12 hours going there and back.
So yeah, that's not gonna work. So,
I mean, it
so basically, so
could.
that's an unlimited card.
Unlimited card.
do whatever you
but
want
for 24
for 24
hours. I'm gonna pass you this card, AB, and yeah, we're gonna see where your mind goes with this one, man.
All right.
So it starts at 12 a.m.
Okay.
Boom. Got the card.
All right. So I got this in my hand. So at 1 o'clock, I'm going to the bank and I'm paying off my house loan.
Okay.
Whatever's
Period.
left on it. Get that out the way.
Be like, listen, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I need to speak to your branch manager now.
Oh, wait. No, hold it. This is at 12 a.m.
12 a.m.
Okay, so oh, damn. My fault. I mixed up the time.
It's all right.
All right, 8 a.m., I'm going to the bank. Once they open,
I bet.
I'm there at 8 a.m.
Okay.
But 12, honestly, I'll probably go to like the deli, get a chopped cheese.
I'm done.
Probably go there.
He'll go visit Aki.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I'll probably go there and then, damn, I don't know. This is hard, actually.
Yo, you can do whatever you want.
And
You can
then,
go on Amazon and spend wild crazy.
All right. So now you talk about that.
Because I'm like, yo, there ain't no stores open at 1, 2, 3 in the
So
morning.
I'm hitting Amazon up for sure. I'm probably gonna buy like a Sony 100 mic.
Okay.
That shit like 10 G's or plus. So I'm getting that.
You could get 5 of them motherfuckers. Like, yo,
Nah,
I'm just saying.
but-
You don't have to owe it back, AB.
but you can't be selfish, you know. What
Man,
do you
I'm
need
buying 5 of them mics. I don't give a fuck.
Nah, I'm buying one of those. I'm probably gonna buy like a big ass couch.
Okay.
Probably like
From Amazon? Or you're gonna go to like one of those special furniture places?
Nah, I'll probably get one from Amazon. Amazon got
Amazon, or
everything these days.
what's the like other fancy like furniture, like
Wayfair,
wait, no, not that. It's like two names. It's like
Raymond and
Raymore and Flanagan.
Yeah.
You know what I call them? Paymore and shenanigans.
Yeah, they
Yo,
be-
that shit's wild.
Yeah, they be taxing. But
Aight.
I'll get a big ass couch from Amazon. Probably get a
Bet.
couple TVs.
Okay.
I'll probably get like a pool
Okay.
and then start a project. Put like a semi in ground in the crib,
All right.
and then
But you will have to get the contractor that day. Be like, yo, I only have an hour to talk to you, but I'm gonna pay you.
yes.
But this is what I want.
Oh yeah, now they work fast over there.
Okay,
If I talk a payment, he's gonna do it. He's gonna start right away.
Period. Okay.
And I'll probably get like a Porsche GT3
Okay.
911, and then probably just pay off my bank loan. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Nothing else.
All home improvements.
Okay.
Might little studio stuff.
Okay.
A couch for the studio,
Okay.
and just a car, and just pay off my credit. That's it.
Okay.
Simple living.
No stopping at the jewelry store.
Nah.
No? Damn.
Simple living. I'd rather
Okay.
have my house paid for than my
Okay.
neck frozen.
True, true,
You know what I'm
true,
saying?
true, true. What about for the daughter?
Oh yeah.
Yo, I'm dead.
Well, but the thing is, like, she already get everything she wants, so it's kind of like,
Yeah, but yo, you got a car for 24 hours. You can prepay her college tuition.
yeah, that's a good point. I'll probably call like Harvard and be like, my daughter's gonna go here this year. I'm paying all
Yo,
of-
my daughter's gonna go here. How old is she?
She's 6.
Sick. Listen, what age did we go to college? Like 19?
You could be like,
Right?
I mean, I finished high school at 17, so you could be
Okay.
18 basically.
So listen, my daughter's gonna go to this school in
And
like
10
13
Yeah,
years.
13 years.
I already paid off everything.
10 years.
10 years,
10
yo, I'm
years.
dead.
So whatever she want to do, 10
I'm
years.
dead. I'm paying for 4 years and I'm paying for an extra year in case she don't do good.
Yeah.
Like, yo.
And then she's in love with like pink Wranglers, so I'll get her a pink Wrangler.
A pink Wrangler Jeep?
Yeah, and just have it stored
I'm
until she's
dead.
16 or whatever the age is to
Okay.
like drive.
Okay.
Man, that's basically it, really.
Not buying a doggy?
Nah, I have 4 of them.
You have 4
Yeah, I'm
dogs?
good on dogs.
What type of dogs you got?
They're like little poodles, regular Spanish
Oh
dogs.
my God. Yo, I'm dead. Poodle family.
Yeah, and then I have a Frenchie, but he lives with my sister, my younger
Oh,
sister. So,
dogs are the best.
yeah, so it's
Damn,
3.
you ain't gonna buy them some new like toys?
They don't even like toys. They just like to run around outside, like they're
Damn. Okay.
like whenever it rains, they love going outside and like act.
What?
They think they're pigs. They go in the mud.
Ew.
I'm like, what is wrong with y'all?
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, they like to just run in the backyard for hours.
Okay.
But yeah, that's basically it. Simple living, man.
Hey, anything else before you give me back that card, AB? You can't be like, oh shit, I thought about it. Too bad you gave back the
Nah.
card.
That's it.
I bet. All right, let's give a round of applause. AB, 24
That
hours.
was actually a hard.
Mina Mendoza
That was
card.
actually a
You know what's
hard task.
crazy? It's hard, but it's like no right or wrong answer.
Yeah,
you
because
know,
it's like like it's kind of like when you give it back, you're like, damn, I should have said this, should have said this, should have.
It's alright.
Because in the moment, it's like, damn, it's kind of hard. Because now you have like your mind is expanded, so you can do whatever. So that's what makes it like, damn, what should I do? What
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
should
I'm
I do?
dead.
So that makes it way harder for sure.
Okay.
So that was definitely challenging. For me.
Challenging. I asked every guest this question. Every guest always answered the question differently. And it's very unique how people
Yeah, of
answer.
course.
Some people be like, yo, I'm gonna make the wildest music video. It's been like I gotta do one day like a whole skit where I put everybody's Mina
everybody's
Mendoza
answer. That'd be
card.
dope.
That would be dope.
That
That's
would
an idea. An idea.
That
An
would be
idea.
dope for sure.
All right, we got some love in the check-in. We got Sergio Rivera. Real artists get shelved and whack ones get famous. AB the chef will blow up. Remember the name, okay? Shout out to Sergio.
Shout out, sir.
Said that shit with his chest.
Shout out to you.
Yes.
I appreciate that love for real.
All right. All right, so I got to ask you, because you're from New York, right? So there's like 5 boroughs. Queens, Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, and Staten Island, right? Yo, do you feel like when you're born in a borough, it makes you different?
Of course.
What? Okay, so all right. What makes a Staten Island person different from a Brooklyn person?
So Staten Island is more suburbs.
Yeah, it actually is. I worked in Staten Island for like 4 years.
So they don't really know like city life. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no trains over there, I believe. I think it's just bus.
I don't think so. I know they were supposed to build a subway. Fun fact, it's actually like you could visit it. They were supposed to build the subway, but it never got made.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
like
you got the ferry.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's more like suburb. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I've been to Staten Island. It's suburbs. It's like it's different. But like compared to somebody that's from Brooklyn, it's like, all right, now you're in a space where everybody's more closer. Brownstones, you know what I'm saying? It's changing now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are moving in. They're building way more condos.
It's getting super gentrified.
Exactly. So like it's different. But like for example, for me being from Queens, it's like you're in the mix of mad different nationalities. So like if you walk 2 blocks this way, you get some Indian food. If you walk this way, you get Colombian food. If you walk this way, you could get Japanese. You walk that way, you get Chinese. So it's like, for me personally, I feel like Queens is very diverse.
That's true. When I think about it, yeah.
And like going to school out there, it's like there's all different kind of races and different like languages that you come across. And I feel like it's the most diverse borough out of all of them. You know, so I definitely agree that based on where you are, is definitely you could tell when somebody's from somewhere. I feel like
facts. Because then I think about, all right, my Manhattan people. I feel like Manhattan is different. There's different levels of Manhattan.
Of course.
Because you got the Heights, which is completely different.
Yeah, that's
whoa.
Yeah.
It's like a different world out there. But then you got, like, for example, like, not downtown, but I guess like the beginning of like uptown, like 125th, Midtown, like 125th, Harlem. Like that shit is like, I could tell when someone's from Harlem.
Exactly.
But you start going up to 179th, that's just Second Dominican Republic. It's just like straight up, it's just changed. But I feel like you'll go from like, maybe I feel like 120 and up, like it's like that midsection where it's like, you know, I don't know how to explain it.
It's like a weird
switches.
Transition spot.
OD. And like, because I lived in the city. I lived in like the Heights, but it's like, that's how I noticed. Like even in the train, the people change. Like as you go more inward.
Exactly.
You feel me? And like, it's different, you know? It's definitely different. And then it's just wild because you go from like Manhattan to like the Heights, and then you go to the Bronx. And that shit is just, I don't play with the Bronx. I don't play with the Bronx. I'm going to let you know right there. I don't play with the Bronx. I do not go to Bay Plaza. I don't go there. I don't know.
Bronx is a little different. I'm not going to
Bronx is dangerous. Like, yo, that shit is getting wild crazy.
It's a little different.
That shit is a little wild out there.
But you know what it is? Like, it's a little wild, but there's some good people that come from there.
That's true.
You know what
100%.
I'm saying? So like, I got a couple homies that live in the Bronx, and like, they mad cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, and where they live, it's like I don't even know how to explain it. It's like the diversity is there too. So it's like that made me feel like I was back in Queens. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, of course, any borough you go to got like some really bad, you know, rundown areas, but then that also goes with like the good parts or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like, I just feel like New York is so different from every state because it's like there's so much going on.
All D.
Like I love New York. I'll never move. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like there's always something to do.
What if New York turned into Venice? Would you move or would you stay there? Because then you got to rock out with a boat. Yo, because that's what they say is happening. They say New York is sinking.
I mean, they say that, but
Nah, that shit is sinking, dog.
It is.
Look at the subways when it rains. That shit is crazy.
Nah, there's definitely been some kind of, you know, accusations of it sinking. But then again, it's like,
would you get a boat though?
I want a boat.
Or like a ski, a water ski.
Yeah, water ski.
It'd be a whole bunch of them with a hookah. That shit is wild. I don't know.
If it comes down to that point where they have to make everybody evacuate, you know, and move elsewhere, then I mean, I guess it'll come down to that, but like,
I see us in boats. I don't see people leaving that area.
but I mean, I don't know. I don't think that far. I just think about a day.
Yeah.
But I love New York, so it's
Okay.
like I would not move unless
I love New York too. I definitely
unless
do
they
love New York.
force us. Like everybody got to get out because it's gonna be the Titanic.
Nah, yo. I still don't think people would leave. They wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, they probably won't.
New
believe
York's
it.
stubborn as hell. A whole
Hell
big
yeah.
ass tsunami would just come like, yo, what the fuck? Nah, like that should be wild crazy. But okay. I like it. I like that little breakdown of it because I do feel like there's so many boroughs in New York and there's so many like different talent that comes from all those areas. Because like you got Nas that's from Queens, you feel me? But then you got fucking Jay-Z, who I believe is from Brooklyn.
He's from Brooklyn.
And then you got fucking I'm just trying to think of like artists in different areas. You got Wu-Tang Clan from Staten Island.
Staten Island.
And like, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like they got some talent there. But when you talked about the food, damn, when I drive to Staten Island, it's just Italian food.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the suburbs.
That's it, but it's just Italian. I feel like that's where like all the mafia people go to live.
Oh yeah, definitely.
OD.
Like all like the Brooklyn mafia dudes.
Yeah.
They all resided in Staten Island.
Period.
Because it's like, we have all this money, we got to stay low, and we want property. So the closest to Brooklyn,
Yeah.
Staten Island.
Fun fact, Staten Island is the most successful borough out of all New York.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, they have a nice median range of like income.
Mm-hmm.
So I always thought about that. I was like, interesting. So like, it's either you move to Jersey or you move to another borough, like kind of like what you said. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Where it's gonna be costly, but not as costly
Yeah,
compared
but
to
and then
living in
you'll have-
Manhattan.
Exactly. Because Manhattan is like, yeah, like I feel like people like when people move
Nah,
to
Manhattan's
Manhattan.
wild. There's like, here's $3,000 for a closet.
Yeah,
The
but it's like
fuck?
people live there for like the vibe. Like, oh, I live
That
in the
part.
city. Like, I would not do that.
Yeah.
Like, I need space, bro. Like, I'm not gonna like, I don't want to like tap the wall and talk to my neighbor.
Yo, that
you know what I'm
part.
saying? Like,
That
I'm like,
part.
yo, what up? You up?
Yo, I'm
like, you know what I'm saying?
dead.
Like, nah, like, you know what I'm saying? I want to be like resided, private. have
Wait,
my
hold on. I
own
got a question
space.
for you. What about Long Island though?
Long Island is valid.
I feel like Long Island is not a borough, but LB, like they like, what would you consider that?
I don't know.
They New Yorkers?
I'm gonna say yeah.
Who's more gangster, Staten Island or Long Island?
I feel like it's the same.
Is the same? I've never been to Long Island.
I feel like it's the same. Like it's full of Italians.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like, oh, that also being, so now like Brooklyn mobsters resided in Staten Island. Queens mobsters resided in Long Island.
Because it's closer to them.
So like Queens is here, Brooklyn's
Yeah,
here.
because Staten Island is by Brooklyn.
Exactly. So Queens, Brooklyn. Now if you go this way, Staten Island. Now if you're from Queens, you go this way, Long Island. So it's like, that's how they resided. So
Yeah.
you know what I
Okay.
mean?
Hey,
They're not part of the boroughs, I feel like, but
Yeah.
they're definitely New Yorkers. I'm
Okay.
gonna say that.
I got
for
a
sure.
question for you, AB. Shout out to Vegan Wine. Shout out to Neptune. So there's another question that we do ask on the show. What's your favorite sandwich?
Oh, sandwich. Damn. I'm not gonna lie. Damn, that's hard.
Yo, what the?
But wait, but what kind of sandwich?
it,
Like a
don't
Coke?
matter.
It don't matter.
It's your favorite sandwich.
My favorite sandwiches is a ham and cheese from deli.
oh my
ham and
God, not
cheese.
Jennifer Lopez.
Ham and
Ham
hold
and
on.
cheese on the roll.
Ham and
Yo.
cheese, right? Mayo, pepper, vinegar, lettuce, tomatoes, cold or hot, don't matter.
Okay,
That's the go-to.
that's the go-to.
You can never go wrong with a ham and cheese for me.
Okay, y'all heard it. AB, ham and cheese for life, hot or cold. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard
I
it.
was on a run. I ate that for like 2 weeks straight.
What?
Yeah, that was fucked up.
Wow. All right, so because the time is going by pretty quick, love, I do want to talk about like any projects that you got coming up, like up and coming. Let's talk
sure.
about that, just so
So-
that the people know what to look out for.
Yeah, I got a solo project in the works right now,
Okay.
and then I got a joint project which is executively produced by my boy Dom. Shout out Dom 2X.
Let's go.
That's my boy. He's from Italy. So
Hey.
that's my guy, and we got a lot of big plans with that project. A lot of visuals, so stay tuned. It's gonna be very good. And so yeah, just 2 projects, joint, and then just a solo one. But I'm taking my time with the song because like I want to perfect it. I'm like a
Okay. You can't
perfectionist.
rush perfection.
Exactly.
Can't rush perfection. So I get that. But also, if you could tell the viewers where to find you, like what's your Instagram handle, your YouTube,
Yeah, so
how to find your music.
yeah, so on all social medias and YouTube and all major platforms is AuxBandit, AuxBandit on all socials and music platforms and all that.
Okay. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. Yo, Sergio said that Long Island ghetto. I'm dead. I don't know, man. You told me it's like suburbs.
Nah, but everything, like I said, every
Every
part
place got their
got their bads and goods.
Yeah.
Anywhere you go in this world, you know what I'm saying? So it's how it be everywhere, you know?
Okay. So we asked you a little bit about what's your favorite sandwich, what you would do with the Mina Mendoza card. We shared your Instagram handle so people can know where you are.
Yeah, make sure y'all follow me and tap in.
Period.
You know what I'm saying?
As you
Hit me,
should.
feel free for features or I'm willing to work, you know what I'm saying? I'm a workhorse and I'm a cool dude, so I always chop it up, so
Period.
hit me.
It's a community. In the end of the day,
Exactly.
it's a community. I also want you to take this time, love, for your shout outs. Any shout outs you want to give, especially now that, I want to make sure that you're able to do that before we end the show.
Of course. So shout outs, just basically shout out to all the homies, you know what I'm saying, that always just push me and just support me, you know what I'm saying? Love y'all. Shout out my family, of course, you know what I'm saying? My mom, my daughter, my sisters. Love them. And just shout out especially to the guys at work too, man. They show a lot of love to this music stuff for me.
Let's go.
So I appreciate it.
And any single out right now that we should be listening to?
Oh yeah, my latest single is called "The World Is Yours."
Okay.
Dropped
Wow. The world is yours.
Exactly.
Wow. Unplanned. Just saying.
So yeah, that's my latest single. Dropped a visual for that on YouTube as
Let's
well.
go.
So on major platforms. And I just dropped a joint tape with my boy Tsunami 811. Shout out to
Yes.
him too. It's called Strictly Not for TikTok. You know what I'm saying? The name speaks for itself. You want good hip hop, you want to hit some bars, tap in, man.
Let's go. Okay, y'all heard it. That's funny. You literally said that. I was like, that sounds familiar. Ah.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite
Lines.
Scarface.
Scarface.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. If you could give Scarface some advice, what advice would you give him?
Nothing.
Nothing? I think I would tell him not to do so much cocaine.
I just feel like
He
that-
could have been so much more powerful, bro, if he had not got high.
All right, but just put it like this, right? At the end of the movie, you see he had his face and a mouth on cocaine. If he was sober, you think he would have got shot at times and still going?
Listen, if he was sober, because I feel like the mistake he made was, I feel like what was the downfall in that movie? If I had to rethink it, because he had a couple mistakes.
Nah, I think the
man.
mistake that really like put it, ruined it for him was basically he got too powerful and it let it get to his head, and then he burnt certain bridges that he shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? But then again, that also goes with he got rid of some people that were being snakes to him.
That's true.
So that it kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like you needed to do that to be more powerful, but then the power got to your head and then you went down the hill for that.
Listen, I just look at it like, I get it, that scene, you couldn't blow up the car because the kids were in there, but I would have waited for dude another day. Bah! Like, listen, okay, because I feel like that's what happened, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's like...
He got dude mad from Bolivia. Don't
Yeah.
fuck me, Tony. Oh my God, he said a stampede of people to his house. I was like, yo.
I think that movie is one of the best movies.
That shit was
I don't
just
know, that
wild,
shit
crazy,
is dope.
bro. That shit was crazy. And then on top of that, all right, so let me ask you this. Was Manolo wrong for marrying his sister?
Yeah.
Okay, what should he have done?
All right, so what he should have done, personally, is he should have spoke to him and tell him, like, listen, how do you feel about me and your sister being a thing? And if he says nah, and that's your right-hand man's, you got to respect that.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta respect that.
That's true.
At the end of the day, like this is your right hand man's. He put you on, put food on your table. You know what
That's
I'm saying?
actually right.
Changed your
nah,
life.
You right. Well, actually, nah. It was Manolo, because Manolo was the one that introduced him to the deal. But it was Tony who took that deal to another level.
Exactly. He became the main man. He could have said, "All right, bro."
He was like, "I retire." It
Like,
throws
you know
the
what I'm saying? He
towel.
could have just basically like told him like, "I like I'm up. I don't have to bring you with me," basically. But he brought him under his wing, and
He did.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that right there. It's like for me personally, like all my boys, like families off limit. Like you know what I'm saying? You can't do that, especially if like we're brothers. Like you know, families off limit. You don't play with that.
That and like also Manolo was kind of like a dog.
Yeah, that's
so
what
he's
I'm
like,
saying.
"Damn, you dogging my sister
That's
now?"
what I'm saying.
Like,
so it's like
damn.
he's seen you be a dog. And
Yeah,
now
he
should
should have just spoke to him. If he would have spoke to him,
maybe
I feel
it could have been a better outcome.
He could have just hid in fucking Manolo's house and he would have not died.
Exactly.
You know, because that shit was crazy.
You know,
that
if he
shit
would have
was just
spoke to him,
wild.
maybe he would have been like, you know what? Since you spoke to me, I respect it.
Yo,
maybe he would have
facts.
been like, all right. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows him like
I
the
agree.
back of his hand.
I agree.
So it's like, all right, if I know everything about him, I mean, you know.
Nah, I agree with you 100%.
Could be a good mix.
Manolo
for my
fucked
sister.
up. He fucked up.
Yeah, that was greasy. I'm not
He
gonna
fucked
lie.
up. He fucked up. All right, so before we end the show, love, I would say if you could give an advice to anybody out there that's trying to do something with music, you know, just so we could end the show on a positive note. Not that it wasn't positive. The whole interview was fire. But like, you know, what advice would you give to people?
My advice would be don't be scared. Don't be, you know what I'm saying, don't be shy of creating music. Don't, you know what I'm saying, give it a try, because you won't know how good you are until you try it.
Facts.
And then when you first start and you feel like discouraged because not a lot of people listen to you, there's millions of people out there that will listen to you.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And as sad as it sounds, sometimes the closest people to you will not support you.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? And also too, just try to keep friendships, you know what I'm saying, with other artists. You know what I'm saying? Keep good friendships with engineers and producers. Don't burn that bridge because you need them. Really need them. And some rappers think, or artists think, that you don't need them.
Yeah.
Well, you're not gonna upload a cappella. So
That part.
you know what I'm saying?
That part.
That's major. And
Don't be like Tony. Don't be like Tony, man.
and that just go for it, you know what I'm saying? And definitely invest in some studio stuff for your house.
Period.
For sure.
Yeah, I heard it. Dropping gems. Let's go. All right, everybody that has been part of this episode, thank you so much. Everybody that's been part of the check-in and showing love, thank you so much. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Show some love. Also, don't forget to follow your girl, Queen of Spice, Queen0F Spice on Instagram. Send me a DM if you want to network, you want to collab, get some shit going. Mina's for the people. I'm here to, you know, create a positive footprint in your life and, you know, make you laugh, have some spicy conversations. That's what it's about. But yes, it's your girl Mina Mendoza, little girl, big personality, Queen of Spice. We out of here. Bye.